Hi everybody, Dan Illman here, taking a look at the feature race at Monmouth on Sunday. It's the $100,000 Pegasus Stakes, one of the local prep races for the prestigious Grade 1 Haskell later this summer on the Jersey Shore. You can bet the Pegasus, you can bet the whole Sunday Monmouth card with a new DRF Bets account. Sign up right now, get $100 in free cash. Learn more at drf.com/bet. Here's the field of 3-year-olds getting set to go a mile and a 16th at Monmouth on Sunday, carded as race number 11 in the Pegasus. We'll take the field in post-position order, beginning with the number 1, Hydraulic. And this is a son of Mineshaft who's won both of his starts in super impressive fashion. One coming from off the pace in his career debut sprinting at Laurel, and then last time out over a wet track going right to the lead in a 2-turn race at Parks. He's versatile, he's professional, he's already beaten one of the horses in this race, the number 7 Roaming Union, and the 3rd place finisher from Hydraulic's most recent start came back to win by 17 lengths with a 92 Beyer speed figure. Hydraulic earned a 94 last time out. He draws an advantageous post position down towards the inside, and you have to think that he's one of the horses to beat in this spot. To me, he is a must-use in any kind of multiple race wager. The number 2 is Supreme Aura, a horse who won his first 2 starts sprinting and then was kind of thrown to the wolves a little bit for his first route start. That was the Grade 2 Risen Star, which was won by Bravazzo, who eventually finished 2nd in the Preakness. Now, he returned to sprinting in his last 2 starts, but I think he has excuses for both of them. The first, the Bachelor Stakes at Oaklawn on April the 12th, he just was blitzed by Matoli, who is probably the best 3-year-old dirt sprinter in the country. I won't hold that race against Supreme Aura. And last time out at Woodbine over a synthetic track, he tried to come from last in a race with no pace whatsoever. The winner of that race, Curlin's Honor, was up close to the pace, and he actually came back to finish 2nd in a stakes race on turf at Belmont with an 87 Beyer speed figure. So I think Supreme Aura is dirtied up just a little bit in his form. He is bred to get this 2-turn distance. He has a hint of tactical speed, although I think he'll more likely be a mid-pack runner with the blinkers off for Michael Stidham on Sunday. He's a horse that you may not want to completely discount. This is a good field, but Supreme Aura, if he goes off around that 4-1, 9-2 range, might offer some value. The 3 is Just Aholic, another horse stretching out in distance. He goes out for trainer Keith Nations, who's simply having a breakout 2018. Here's a formulator fact for Just Aholic. Nations over the past 5 years, when moving horses from synthetic to dirt surfaces, is winning at a 40% clip with a $2.53 return on investment. Just Aholic is proven on dirt. He's won twice over that surface. Last time out in the Tom Ridge Stakes at Presque Isle Downs over the Tapeta surface, you may want to take a look at that head-on video, because he was just absolutely slammed at the start of that race and ended up way behind the 8 ball. Then he was on the chase. Again, that race was only 6 furlongs. He was chasing 4 wide, moving from the back of the pack all the way into contention at the top of the stretch, and then he was able to continue his rally despite being forced outward by the eventual winner in mid-stretch. He got beat a neck, he earned a career-best 87 Beyer speed figure, and yes, he did have a nice pace to rally into in the Tom Ridge, but that was a day at Presque Isle Downs where you needed to be up close to win, and Just Aholic had to come from far, far back after that disastrous start. If he breaks well, he can be closer to the pace in his first start around 2 turns. I'm a little bit concerned about his pedigree to get the 2 turns. I'm hoping a mile and a 16th isn't out of his scope. He's 5-1 on the line. The 4 is CC Rider, and distance is not an issue for this horse. He won his maiden at the trip last time out at Pimlico, and while the Beyer speed figure came back a little bit light and 80, I like the way CC Rider won that race. The favorite was setting a slow pace. CC Rider came and got that horse gamely. I think this horse has a lot of upside potential for trainer Michael Matz, a $220,000 yearling. He might need some pace help up front, but I think CC Rider might be okay, if not in the Pegasus, down the road. Arc in the Dark is the number 5, and this horse is making his 3rd start of the form cycle for a red-hot trainer in Kelly Breen. A sprint winner 2 starts back. He opened up a clear lead last time out over a wet track, first time this distance, and then he tired late. I wonder if this distance is a little bit tough for him. I think it's too early to write him off. and he has paired up Beyer tops in his last two. He is going to have to run a little bit faster. The 6 Dr. Hip is an intriguing entrant simply because he's trained by one of the greatest in the game, and that is Chad Brown. This is a son of Uncle Mo who successfully stretched out to win at Monmouth last time out. He was even money to do so. I like the way he came and got those horses in a race that didn't feature a lot of pace up front, but this is a pretty big class test. Dr. Hip's going to get bet off that 85 Beyer speed figure, and if he improves slightly off that fig, he is definitely in the conversation, but I wonder if he gets overbet because of the Chad Brown factor. The 7 is Roaming Union, and this horse was beaten by Hydraulic last time out in his first start off of a 2-month layoff. His career-defining win, his only win, came over a wet track, over a speed-biased track at Aqueduct where he went gate to wire. Since then, he's run okay, and he does have a little bit of tactical speed. You don't have to worry about distance from Roaming Union, but I do wonder how much improvement is left. This is going to be start number 11. The 8 is Forced, and as we see from the Timeform US pace projector, if Forced runs in this race, he is likely to set a fast pace. It is yet to be decided whether Forced will compete. These are the same owner-trainer connections as the 1 Hydraulic. Hydraulic also could be close to the pace. And while Forced has a little bit of route pedigree, he just seems like a sprinter to me. In his most recent start, the Gold Fever Stakes, it was only a 3-horse field. He got away to a pretty easy lead. But he fought a good horse in Engage all the way down to the wire. Engage came back to run second in the Woody Stevens, a graded race on the Belmont Stakes undercard with a 92 Beyer. I'm not sure if Forced is going to be able to take this field gate to wire going 2 turns if he runs. Something tells me he might scratch, and if that's the case, it could give Hydraulic an easier time of it on the lead. Let's take a look at my pick for the $100,000 Pegasus Stakes. I thought Just Aholic was way up against it in that Tom Ridge from the moment the gates opened up. Again, he was sideswiped at the start, on the chase wide throughout, and fought on gamely all the way down to the wire. He's 5-1 on the morning line for a very high percentage trainer, and I think he can get the mile in a 16th. He's worth using at a price, and in multiple race wagers. I would have to use a lot of the number 1 Hydraulic as well. I'm going 3, 1, 8, and 6, the 8 if he runs, in the $100,000 Pegasus Stakes, a race which you can bet with DRF bets. Please sign up, please access that $100 free cash, and have a good amount of luck in the Pegasus Stakes. Learn more about this offer at drf.com/bet. Approximate post time for the Pegasus, a prep for the Haskell, 5:28 Eastern. Good luck.